One of the most often overlooked bits of home maintenance is keeping our dryer vent clean. Now, I'm not talking about the lint trap that we remove every time we do a load of laundry, but the actual venting and ductwork that lead that hot air outside. That can also clog with lint, causing big safety and efficiency issues. And we're happy to have Michael from AmeriClean with us today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So why is it so important that we have this vent checked?
So first and foremost would be safety. When that dryer vent is clogged up, it ends up making the dryer work harder, therefore it could potentially create a fire. The second would be efficiency. Now, when you keep that free and clear of debris, the dryer works better, lasts longer.
Well, we are all about efficiency and safety. So how often should we have this done?
At least once a year. I do say though, with larger families, maybe twice a year.
Okay, so if you run the dryer more frequently, the buildup can be much greater.
Absolutely. Much greater, build up a lot faster.
And what are the benefits that a homeowner might see once this process has been completed?
Efficiency of the dryer, for one, lower dry times, dryer will last longer, less maintenance, and then safety, again, preventing those fires.
Okay, why don't you walk us through the process, tell us all the steps that you take.
Sure. So what I have here is a reverse hose, little reverse nozzles you can see on there. Now I'll be feeding that in through the dryer vent, all the way to the back of the dryer, just forcing a lot of air through the vent. And what it's gonna do is gonna break everything loose and then shoot it outside.
And how long does this process take? Should I allow an entire day for it?
No. Usually anywhere between 15 minutes up to an hour. It just depends on the run. The longer the run, more turns in the run, of course, longer it's gonna take.
So Michael, if I consider myself pretty handy around the house, is this a DIY project or should I call in a professional?
In some cases it is okay to do the do-it-yourself methods, but in most cases I highly recommend a professional.
All right, and what is the cost to have this done? Can you give me a price range?
Between $150 and $200, but I really suggest just giving us a call if you're interested. We'll be able to give you an exact quote.
And one last question. Once I have all of this cleaned out, is there anything that I can do as a homeowner to maintain the unit, make sure that my dryer's functioning and that it's as clean as it can possibly be?
Definitely. Always check your lint trap, keep that free and clear, and sometimes people will actually use brushes just to get it a little extra clean.
All right, so just be aware and keep vigilant, huh?
Definitely.
Good, thank you so much for joining us. If you'd like more home maintenance tips for your appliances and ways to be safe and more efficient around your PowerHouse, visit our website, powerhousetv.com.
In addition to cleaning the dryer vent and lint trap, there are more ways to save money and energy in the laundry room, and some of them won't cost you a thing. First, don't dry too little or too much. Avoid drying a small load. You don't want to run your dryer and use energy for just a few items. You also don't want to overload your dryer. If you put in too many clothes, they won't tumble in the dryer correctly. This prevents adequate air and heat circulation, taking longer to dry. And if the dryer is too full, clothes are crushed against each other, and this can cause them to get tangled. Another tip is to dry loads back to back. It takes time for your dryer to heat up after you turn it on. By doing loads back to back, you can take advantage of the retained heat from the previous cycle, cutting down on energy usage. All right, these might not look like much, but dryer balls are another way to cut down on energy usage. They're typically made out of compressed wool, plastic, or rubber. Dryer balls help keep your laundry from tangling, improves heat circulation, and cuts down on overall drying time. The movement of the dryer balls also reduces wrinkles, static, and helps soften clothing. Use higher spin speeds in the washer. It takes more energy to start your dryer than it does to use a higher spin speed on your washer. The more water your laundry retains, the more energy it takes for your dryer to distribute heat and air. Okay, have you heard of this? The dry towel trick. This is another great way to get rid of excess moisture. Just throw a dry bath towel in the wet laundry. The towel acts like a wick, soaking up the moisture and helps reduce drying time. Now, one thing to note, Don't leave the towel in the entire time of the cycle. You'll want to take it out after 15 or 20 minutes to let it air dry. If you keep the towel in the whole time, it will slow down the drying process. Now, are you like me and take clothes directly from the washer and throw them right into the dryer? I do that. Sometimes clothes can become knotted while in the washer and hold excess moisture. Before throwing them in the dryer, take a moment to untangle them. This helps the load dry evenly and prevents you from running a second cycle. Okay, our last tip is to make sure your dryer duct is straight. This is the silver tube that extends from the back of your dryer into the wall. Your dryer uses heat and the tumbling motion to evaporate the water in your wet clothes and release it through the dryer's duct. If you have a crinkly duct, it can get crumpled or twisted when the dryer is pushed back toward the wall. If the duct isn't fully open, it has a hard time removing moisture from your laundry efficiently. Laundry is a household chore that never seems to end. We want to make it a little more efficient. For more tips on how to boost your dryer's energy efficiency, visit PowerHouseTV.com.